I think I'm starting to hate this season of The Boys. This is a review of The Boys Season 5, Episode 5. This episode was basically an insight to a couple characters that we don't see a lot of throughout the series. And I might be going crazy here, and I might be completely wrong, and please tell me if I'm wrong, but I felt like this episode was completely pointless. Of course, we don't get to see the climax and ending to the last episode. You know, the fact that Homelander was going out to the people and announced himself basically as God. We didn't get to see the human reaction to that. We didn't get to see his speech. They just brushed past it. It already happened. Now we're on to a new thing. Like, okay, whatever. It would have been cool to see people's reaction to that because they were hyping it up for an entire episode. But no, we're not going to see that. We're not going to see that at all. Let's follow Firecracker around for a little bit. And you know what? To give credit where credit is due, her actor did a very good job. I think that her actor deserves a lot of props, and she did a very good job. Her conflict in this episode was that the church that she grew up in was getting attacked by a soup because it was a church and they need people to switch over to the new Church of the Americas or whatever the hell it's called. And she has this internal conflict because she's like, oh, well, I love Jesus, but I love Homelander, and Homelander's calling himself Jesus, and I don't know if I believe that because I love Jesus. Which then makes me remember about a scene in last season. You know this one?
What are you selling?
Did I stutter? Purpose. I sell purpose. These people got nothing. Maybe they lost a job or a house or a kid to Oxy. Politicians don't give a shit. Mainstream media tells them to be ashamed of their skin color, so I want to bring them together, tell them a story, give them a purpose. Which would you rather believe, that you belong to a community of warriors battling a secret evil, or that you're a lonely, inconsequential nobody that no one will ever remember?
In that entire scene, she talks to Sister Sage about how she's giving purpose to the people, how she doesn't believe in what she's peddling. She's only doing this for views, and she's only doing this in order to get these people to have purpose because, you know, why believe that you're just an idiot? Maybe it's because there's a grand conspiracy against you. And to me, that's very interesting in the insights of her character. She knows what she's doing is wrong, but she does it anyways because she wants the money and she wants the fame. And now it's like she has a moral confliction because Homelander's calling himself God, and she doesn't believe that. And I get it, you know, she's really, really faithful and she believes in God, and Homelander calling himself God, you know, argues with her faith. They also just totally went away from the whole Firecracker Starlight conflict that I thought was a very intriguing part of last season. But of course, Firecracker turns against her church, and I do think the Firecracker segment was the best part of the episode, but I do feel like it was just a little unnecessary and unearned. They just want people to have issues with Homelander, and they just use her as the best example because she's just the one that they can use, I guess. We then get to Black Noir segment, and I love Nathan Mitchell. I love Nathan Mitchell as Black Noir so much. You know he's a 3rd degree black belt? That is freaking awesome. But why are we getting our own little portion about him? We don't need it. He's more of a comic relief character. He's more of a joke character. And last season, I thought he was very funny.
So, Sage here has some things she would like to address with the group. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Is Noir sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit! Sorry, you guys, I'm narcoleptic.
But then we get the eel crawling up the director's butt, and it's like, why do we even have that? They're just trying to do gross things for the sake of gross things because people go, oh, the boys, they did something gross, an eel climbed up a guy's butt. The director dies, and Black Noir's like, Deep, why'd you kill him? He believed in me. Whatever. We don't need a background to every single character on the 7. But again, maybe I'm just an idiot and don't understand film, because maybe we do need a background about every single character on the 7. Then we get a whole segment about the dog Terror. And I'm telling you, the only point to this segment was to get the dog to eat chocolate, to get Huey and Butcher to save the dog so that Butcher gets the realization that maybe he should help Huey get a cure for Annie and Kimiko. What about the ending to season 4? Why is everybody just okay with Butcher now? And why is Butcher having a change of heart after everything that we've seen in season 4? It feels like season 4 was absolutely pointless because Butcher is totally cool now. He's not crazy. He's not evil. He's totally fine. And it's because Huey reminds him of Lenny. Huey and Butcher's relationship used to be the best part of the show, in my personal opinion. But now, we barely get them together, and it just feels so forced. Again, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not that deep. Sister Sage also gets her own segment, and we finally learn her master plan. I saw a lot of people on Instagram and TikTok being like, hey, I know Sister Sage's master plan. She's actually trying to go against Homelander. This is all part of her plan. She's playing 4D chess. Some people are like, no, she actually is crazy. She actually does want to help Homelander. She just wants to see if her theories are correct. But no, we finally learned her plan. And do you know what it is? Her plan is just to kill everyone so she can read and not be bothered. What the hell is the point of that? She doesn't need to kill the entire world to not be bothered. And I get it. She's crazy. She's evil. Or she wants revenge because the world didn't take her seriously and got her grandma killed because she couldn't help her cure the cancer that her grandma had. She hates the world. She hates everybody. She hates how everybody hates her. So she wants to destroy everything. But she said it was so that she can, just be left alone and have everything be quiet. Okay, it just feels very shallow. And it just feels like they're not really giving her character depth. I would have much rather they said, oh, well, the entire world, shut me down because I was smarter than them and I was a black woman. So you know what? I know that Homelander and Vought is the catalyst to all of these issues. So I want to take down Vought. If that was her masterful plan, I would have been like, you know what? This is good. This is smart. They're actually giving it some thought. But no, it's so that she can just be left alone in her bunker and read a book. And last but not least, we finally got the supernatural reunion in the Soldier Boy episode. This segment was just so we can have a supernatural reunion. That's the only reason that we could have it. So we could have Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins all back together. They're great in Supernatural. But after all the hype that Jared Padalecki got, this is what we got from him in an episode. He just dies. I mean, I guess we also got to see that Homelander and Soldier Boy are like cool now. Soldier Boy now cares about Homelander, which I guess makes sense because Homelander didn't kill him in the last episode and he had that like awakening. But sure, whatever. And then, Soldier Boy goes in and kills all the actors. He kills Jared Padalecki. He kills everyone. That Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins reunion that everybody was hyping up, yeah, pointless. Lasted like 5 minutes. The episode then ends with Homelander confronting Firecracker about her having sex with Soldier Boy, and then he just kills her because he was just so upset that she didn't believe in him. Like, okay, fine, I guess. I don't like how they just had Homelander just kill her. I thought the episode was going to end with him being like, I want to have sex with Firecracker, or I want to watch her have sex with Soldier Boy, or I don't know, I just thought something would happen, but no. Instead of getting a final conclusion between the Starlight and Firecracker arc, we just have him just kill her. Straight up, he just kills her. And again, maybe I just didn't understand this episode that much. Maybe I don't understand film as much as I thought I did. I pride myself on being able to analyze films and watch it and understand the themes and understand the plot points. I don't try to be like one of those pretentious bros that take the scenes frame by frame. I just try to watch a movie, and if it connects with me, if I understand the arc, if I understand where they're going, I like it. But to me, this felt like this entire show and this entire episode was just insulting my intelligence. And you know what? Maybe I am a fucking idiot. And if that's the case, please, people in the comments, explain to me why I'm an idiot and why this episode is actually really good. Because in my personal opinion, I feel like nothing's happened for 4 episodes. They kill off Firecracker because they need her to die. That's the only reason why they did it. I guess I can see Homelander doing it, but I don't even care. Butcher says this episode, well, we can't give the V1 to Homelander because if he does that, he'll become a vengeful god. I'm sorry, I thought he was supposed to be doing that already. And you could say, oh, well, we saw him kill A-Train, we saw him kill Firecracker. So what? I don't care. I've seen him kill 1 million people. The most impactful death I saw him kill was Black Noir in season 3. No death can top that for me right now unless he goes on an absolute massacre. We have 3 episodes left. And so far, this season finale, this series finale has been very underwhelming. And if it's me, please let me know. Please let me know. It might be me. I just don't know what to say. So please, just somebody help me and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong or if I need to rewatch the entire series again. I might be having a mental breakdown. But as always, that's just my take.